Hi, I'm CJ the Barbecue Man, and I've been thinking, there's a lot of people out there that really would just like to know how to do a basic backyard barbecue. Sure, you've got your competitors and you've got guys that, are big time in the barbecue world, but there's always that little guy that just says to themselves, I just want to make a decent barbecue. Well, I'm CJ again, the Backyard Barbecue Man, and I'm here to help you make things more simple. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to show you the nose of barbecue. It's going to cover a wide area of the barbecue world for the backyard guy. Now, you might ask yourself, what could I possibly show you? What I'm going to attempt to show you is everything that you shouldn't do with barbecue. Now, the competition guy may say, well, I know all that. Well, I'm really not here today for the competition guy. Again, I'm going for the small barbecue guy. The things that I'm going to show you are all the no's of barbecuing. Okay, now there's a difference between grilling and barbecuing. Grilling consists of your hot dogs, your brats, and your hamburgers. Where barbecuing, that consists of a low temp. Okay, typically maybe an indirect heat of some sort. I'll show you that in the next series, but today we're just going to show you all the no's of barbecue. And what you're going to be able to do with those no's is you're going to know what not to do with the information you already have within. Okay, so if you delete these from what you're doing currently, you will be able to proceed with a decent barbecue. Now, mind you, there's going to be further series that's going to show you how to do various different meats and what have you. But today, our focus is going to be the nose of barbecue. Okay, at this point, we're going to enter the home and we're going to go to our meat product. Today it happens to be pork spare ribs. You'll notice one thing when I get in there, and I'll point that out to you when we enter. Okay? Oops. Follow me.
Let's follow.
Okay. Everybody can see that I have pork spare ribs here. Notice that they are not frozen. They went from the store to my refrigerator. Attempt, of course, to keep them out of the danger zone. Danger zone is you don't want the temp to fall too low because you have time for potential bacteria to grow. So always keep in mind that when you're working with meats of any kind, to keep the danger zone temps in mind. You don't want it to drop below a low temp. Okay? Now, I don't have the scientific numbers for that for you on the top of my head, but as long as you keep your meats refrigerated, you're fine. But also notice, again, that I have not frozen my meat. I've come straight from the store and refrigerated my meat. Okay? So I'm going to take them out. Nice pork spare ribs. Just like that. 2 of them. Okay? And we'll take them over here. Now, my wife has blessed me with a pre-sanitized sink. Here's the thing, okay? This is the pork spare rib, okay? And you will find that if you buy a St. Louis rib, the St. Louis rib is missing a portion, okay? It's more of a straight line like so. Well, what that is the rib tip. People wonder often, where do you get the rib tip from? It's actually this portion of the rib to my left. Okay, so what you do, and I will show you, is you take your rib and you find the joint. Line your knife up and cut this here. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that. Let me grab. Okay. Actually, I need to cut this open, just like that. There's no certain way to do this. Just kind of, rip her on open. Make sure your hands are washed, as mine are. Safety, safety, safety. This pork, I don't know if you know about pork, but if you don't handle things right the way, you can certainly have digestive problems. At least for 12 hours or so. So, we're going to cut this wide open just like that. And we're going to drop it. Okay? just like that. I'm going to place this over here for now, and I'm going to line it up, okay? You want to make sure that you have your top side down, something like this. For me, that's going to be this perfect area to have it. You just kind of figure out how you're going to cut it, okay? So, in this case, you have a skirt. Well, this skirt, this is called a skirt. This skirt is pretty well trimmed down. So, you're going to just kind of, normally they're much thicker than this. You just kind of trim it off a little bit, just like so. You know, and discard it. Look for your skirt. There's no real skirt on this one either. A lot of fat on that one, but we'll take care of that in a minute. Now, as you'll find a joint here, okay? And also, by the way, this is the things that you want to do. I know I did state that this is a no session, a no's that you don't want to do in barbecuing, but this particular part happens to be the do, okay? You'll find a joint laced right in through here. You're going to want to take your knife. In this case, I'm using a glass knife. Okay, you're going to find it. And sometimes it can be tough to get started. But once you find it, guide your knife down the joint. Okay, find it. And you're going to find that you're going to run out of joints. So what you're going to do is you're going to shape the rib. You're going to continue on as if there is a joint when you get to the bottom. Okay, just like so. And you might have to clean it up a little bit, you know, just like so. This, my friends, is a rib tip, uncooked, and we'll show you more later about that. This is the part that we're concerned about, okay? A lot of people don't like fat. Typically, you'll find this on a rib. I don't know about you, but I do not want to bite into this at any point in my eating session, shall we say. So I take and I trim that off. Okay, just like so. This is an option. It's just what I prefer to do. Okay, so now you got that off. You could actually come back and trim a little more off, just like so. Not a problem. It's not too fatty. You don't want to take too much off simply because it provides extra moisture to the rib. Okay, so we got another one. Okay, same principle applies here. You're going to take it, grab it, looking for the joints, okay? I do it by eye, but you're going to feel for them right in through here. You see this? Let me take a look here for you. I'm taking it. Right there is the joint, and I'm following it all the way down. And then, yes, I will run out of joints, and I'm going to keep going as though I still have joints. Up, up. Watch your fingers. Okay? And then you'll find the same thing applies here at the end of the rib tip as on the other rib. You've got this mass here, and this, my friends, is a horrible thing to bite into. If not for you, for some of your guests, they'll say, "Oh, this is okay. If I could just get rid of the fat in my mouth," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, go like that. And, okay. Here's what we got. We've got a sanitized tray there, mind you. Then we've got two, let me just move my little utensils out of the way, just for the sake of your pictures there. You got two rib tips, okay? And those are the rib tips. And typically what happens is you will cut these up as they finish into bite-sized pieces or just a slight bit bigger. Okay, what we have here now is we've transferred the pork spare rib into St. Louis style. Okay, a lot of you have thrown on the ribs like this, not knowing that this is where you get the rib tips from. Once you cut it, you now have your St. Louis and you have the rib tip. Some of you just buy the St. Louis style. Well, when you purchase the St. Louis style, you actually beat yourself. I believe they might charge a little bit more for the St. Louis than they do for this pork spare. Okay, so it's actually more advantageous to you, and possibly even a price differential to the betterment of your pocket if you get the pork spare rib and then learn how to clean them. Okay, you'll get more meat, potentially less money, and a little less meat you'll have to purchase because you're going to get more with each pork spare rib. Okay, here's that. Okay, so we're going to turn this around just like that. So they're actually now on their bellies, shall we say. And then just so it's clear what their belly is, and I'm sure you know, but I'm just going to make clear to that. This is the top side, this is the back side. Okay, so you can use a paper towel to grab onto the silver skin. This is silver skin. In actuality, with this one, a lot of the silver skin is gone, but it's just a quick or thin film of skin that can render the pork spare, or in this case, I guess we've transferred them into St. Louis style. It can render them kind of tough in some cases. So you want to make sure you clearly get this off.
It doesn't look easy.
Nope. Clearly get it off. And a lot of people are very fat conscious. So you just come along. You don't want to take too much off because you're going to dry out the rib. Okay, so you come along here and just get some off. Make sure you don't cut yourself. Don't forget, a dull knife is sharper than a sharpened knife, or can hurt you quicker if that's proper. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So now you take this. Okay, that's how you peel that back. Peel that puppy back just like that there, and you take the silver skin just like this. Some people use a paper towel. It makes it easier to grab. My friends, do this all the time. I've probably cooked over 400 cases of pork spare ribs in my time, not to mention other meats. And I'm not even being facetious. I literally have cooked at least 400 cases of ribs in my time.
We should know. We're here every weekend eating it.
So, so we got the pork spare ribs here, and they're ready to go, transformed into St. Louis style ribs. Okay. Next, so I've got my water out. Okay, and this is a no. A lot of people assume, and I don't know why, that you need to boil the ribs. That's not the case as long as you use proper temps. We're not going to go into temps today. We're just going to go into what not to do, okay? So I've got my pot of water, okay? Here's my pot. I've got all this stuff. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about here. Now I'm going to get this in there, and I'm going to get this in there, and it's kind of a rough job. But you guys understand what I'm saying, okay? So I'm actually just going to pour all this stuff in there, as you see. I'm just going to pour all this stuff in there, okay? Let's just pretend here. I'm pouring all that stuff in there. You know, just like that. Let's see here. We got us a little garlic. We got us a little nature seasoning, a little brown gravy mixture, a little pomegranate, whatever you want to do to boil your ribs. I'm not saying that these are things that anybody uses, but I'm just trying to make my point here, okay? So the water's boiling, and you're going to drop the ribs in. True or false? False. This is a barbecue no. Never boil the ribs. I don't have the scientific facts on that, but I can tell you this is a bad idea, okay? Never boil your ribs. Everything can be done right on your grill, okay? Don't do this. You do not want to do what? Some people, you hear, load them up. Okay, we can put all your guys', now I'm just teasing when I say all your guys' seasonings, but you can put your seasonings on and do this? Is that what you do? I don't know. If you do, that is a barbecue. No, you don't. If you're gonna cook them in the oven, it's because that's what you want is oven ribs, and I can respect that. But if you're gonna brown them or cook them in here a little bit and transfer them to the grill, barbecue no. Okay? So, point now where I hope you understand everything that we've done. We've done a yes, which was the trimming of the ribs. We've done a no, which is the boiling of the ribs, and we've done a no in the oven. Okay? So now what we're going to be doing is stepping outside with our meat products. Okay, we're going back to the nose of barbecue. Again, I'm CJ, the barbecue guy, and I'm trying to help those that are smaller in barbecue, not the competitor style barbecue, just a guy that would like to improve his barbecue game and hasn't quite got to the level that he wants to be at. Just for the backyard, friends and family. You know, you're not concerned about competition. Maybe you want to graduate to competition one day, but right now maybe you're possibly struggling with just your regular backyard barbecue. Today I have a barbecue setup, and we're not grilling today. Grilling again is going to consist of high heat, possible flames, that type of thing. We're talking about barbecue, which is low heat, no flames, over a period of time. Okay, so that's something that we're focusing on right now. None of this that I'm saying today is scientific by any sense, and of course there's going to be people that disagree or even a lot that agree. I'm not really trying to impress anyone here. I'm only trying to help those that are backyard barbecue guys improve their barbecuing skills. If I can help, I'd love it. Okay? So today, right now, what we're going to do is show you a no, another no. That no is going to consist of, I've already put the charcoal in the grill already, and I always recommend that you use the best charcoal that you can possibly get. This will work. You don't know what this has as far as flavor goes. It might add chemicals to your meat or whatever the case is. Try to stay away from, I'm not knocking essentials every day. It's just that if you're trying to improve your game, you should probably try to stay away from this. Another thing I did, also this is pricey fishing, by the way. It's probably why I got it. So also probably want to go with something a little bit more popular than what I have right here. This is the backyard grill. I always try to go with name brand stuff. I imagine this is pretty good, and again, I'm not knocking backyard grill by any sense of the word. It's just that I typically would not use this, but for the sake of this today, this is what I got. Okay, so a no is going to be saturate your coals. Okay, you just want to get enough that it's gonna light, but what I'm doing is absolutely a no. Now I might have been a little bit overboard, but you know what I'm saying. You don't want to overdo it. Just put it on enough that is going to get your charcoals going. Okay, so today I'm using a lighter. Usually I use a long stem match or a long stem lighter, but my time today did not allow. So I'm just gonna go back here. Be careful when you're doing this because it is real flames and it really will burn. Okay, I've got my my flame going, and another no. Okay, we just lit the grill, and also I want you to notice also that I'm doing it indirect. This is a proper. Okay, after those cool out and they start to ash, this is about 15 to 20 minutes before they start to ash. You don't want to do it any sooner than 20 minutes for me, because you want to make sure that all that fluid is gone. You don't want it to go into the meat. If you're going to be using fluid, you can also use a non-fluid method to light your charcoals, or you can go into the lump coal. I typically do try to use a lump coal, quality lump coal, either that or Kingsford. That's what I'll do. But in this sake or case, we're trying to do a no. Okay, so we just put the fluid on, and you do not instantly want to go and plop these down on the grill at all. So, you know, plop them and then hypothetically close it with your meat on there. I'm going to show you what you're going to get. Okay? This is not correct, and it is very hot. I just felt that on my hand. So, again, this is going to be waiting for about 20 minutes. It's going to be going for a while. I'm going to show you what you'll get if you put the meat on there now and close it. As I stated, you do not want to put your meat on this grill at this point. Again, this is a proper layout for indirect heat, or of course they have the firebox. And for the sake of today, we're just going to imitate the firebox by using this area here. And you can do both. I do both. I bounce around from both. You know, it just depends. But today, again, we're just going to use this here for the sake of visuals, okay? So this is a proper setup. But again, you do not want to use this until those have ashed over. Do not put your meat on here. Because what's going to happen, if you put your meat on here now and close it, I'm going to show you what you're going to serve your guest. It's going to be no more than this platter. Good, thank you, thank you, thank you. No more ribs, thanks. Tastes like a bucket of fluid. So, to the nose. And what I mean by nose is when you're barbecuing your ribs or your chicken or your beef brisket or your pulled pork, you don't want to do anything unnecessary. So keep everything simple when you're barbecuing. It's going to give you the best end result. When I say best end result, if you do subtract all your unnecessaries, okay, keep it where you have a low list of things to do to your meat product, and I assure you that your meat product or your barbecuing skills will improve. So one of the unnecessary things that you don't have to do is what I'm going to do now, just to show you my point in unnecessary in barbecue, okay? Sure, my smoker's right over there. You can't see it, but you did see it. But I'm going to show you. This is an unnecessary part of barbecue. Okay, I'm up here with some ribs, and I'm about to jump off. You ready? Here we go. Now, that is unnecessary with barbecue. Not what you want to do. Keep it simple. I'm CJ the Barbecue Man, and again, I hope I was able to help some of the new guys coming into barbecue and smoking and that type of thing. There's some no's again that I have pointed out today that you don't want to do. If you are using some things and you're having problems, and if you can delete some of the things that I might have shown you today and it helps you, I've accomplished somewhat of what I was trying to do. If it doesn't help you, hopefully in the next series I'm able to help you. We will be going over some cooking aspects of barbecue, just not in this series. Again, I'm CJ the Barbecue Guy. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope you can share it with others and invite them to watch it as well. I also invite you to join us at BBQ 911 on Facebook, which is a barbecue group that I have started, and would like you to join me if you have time. BBQ 911, I'm CJ, the Backyard Barbecue Man. Thank you.